We got a treat tonight, Jay. We're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, the only theoretical physicist that I can say that's probably the smartest man that I can remember looking at back on history. Because I go hard on theoretical physicists, right, Jay? What do I normally call them?
Nerds. I don't know. Charlatans.
Grifters.
I don't know.
Carpetbaggers.
Grifters.
You know what I'm saying? Con men. You name it, man. That's what I call
whatever
them.
You want to say. Yeah. Professional con men.
Exactly, man. Go watch any of our bodies of work, and you'll see me go hard on theoretical physicists pretty hard. And Albert Einstein is probably the, if not the biggest grifter out of all of them.
Oh no, here we go.
But I'll tell you, there is one man in there who I have actually tried to go hard on. That sounds weird when I say that, but it failed every time.
Gotta watch that phrasing, sir.
This guy is actually a legitimate genius. 80% of the technology that we use currently in the world today stems from his research. And his name is Nikola Tesla. And so at that point, you got to say that he's moved beyond theoretical physics to practical application, right, Jay?
Yeah, he was an electrical engineer, essentially, like the first kind of full-on electrical engineer / architect, if you will, right? Understood it at this weird kind of base level, right?
Yeah, so. one of the problems that I have. First of all, welcome to EnigmaCast, nerds. Jay, introduce yourself.
I'm Uncle Jay from Uncle Jay's Urban Legends, amongst other things. I'm also on 11 Dog Media and pretty much everywhere.
But he's also
a writer.
Jay writes books.
I write books.
Jay writes books.
Jay writes books.
Right. Jay has his own Instagram up. Jay, plug yourself there. Go give him a follow.
Yeah, it's all in my link tree.
In his link tree, absolutely. It'll be in the description of the video.
There's all kinds of different links there. There's a link to the book that I wrote a couple of years ago. The new series should be coming out fairly soon. I'm in the editing process there.
Nice. All right. You good with that, Jay? You feel like you dominated the conversation enough, man? Can
totally.
We get back to
It's all about me.
It's all about Jay. It's all about Jay. Anyways, enough of that, nerds. Go give Jay a follow. Now let's get into the meat of this. Nikola Tesla, Jay, you hit it on the head about what you said, that this guy actually had a I for lack of a better word, I don't like using this word, but it's a gift. He had a gift of being able to take theoretical physics and literally turning it into a practical application. And he is undefeated. Everything that he ever did is better than what the other people were doing. And we will get into that not only did he go to war with J.P. Morgan, but he also went to war with Thomas Edison. And he was right and they were wrong. So before we do all that, nerds, you know how we do around here. Me and my boy over here, we dig into things we see what the history will tell you, then we'll tell you what really happened to go down on it, and we'll debunk some things along the way, and we'll give you some nuggets of truth that you can't even really make it up. Before we do that, Jay, give us this guy's bio, Jay. Run him down. Who he is for the people who don't know about who Nikola Tesla is.
So, I mean, I figure everybody kind of has a little bit idea who Nikola Tesla is.
You'd be surprised.
He was born in 1856 in what would be Croatia now, but what was back then the Austrian Empire. He studied engineering at the Technical University of Graz and philosophy at the University of Prague. Studied engineering at the Technical University of Graz, and then he also studied philosophy at the University of Prague, which I found interesting, right? Because, not a lot of theoretical physicists or electrical engineers also study philosophy.
Yeah. And so here comes
pretty cool.
Before you go any further, here's your first fun 2 facts, Enigmites. He was born dirt poor. I think that's going to sound weird, but I really think that his mother was a turnip farmer. And the day that he was born, you can go look it up, was one of the worst recorded lightning storms in history, since they were keeping track of that stuff. So, and that's who he is. And Jay, anything else about his early life?
His biggest claim to fame is alternating current, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically the in the early days of electricity, it was all direct current, right? So it was just, straight to the thing. And the transmission of that is difficult. So the power generation facilities couldn't be too far from the cities. What alternating current did is it allowed the transmission lines to be a lot longer.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's where you get the term Enigma. It's AC DC. It used to be back in the days direct current. And direct current is you'd have to have a power station literally every mile. You would have to have another power station for it to work. And they were actually planning on building a power station every mile as they go. He shows up on the scene and says, no, there's a better way to do this. It's called AC DC, which is alternating current / direct current, where it basically moves back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it's still the method in which we transmit electricity now through copper wires. However, he did that in his pastime because he went on to prove some things that I'm going to get into. We're going to dive right into this. Before Nikola Tesla went to war with a billionaire or upcoming hack named
J.P. Morgan.
No, we'll do Edison. We'll do Morgan first. Okay,
do Edison first.
Yeah, we'll do Morgan first. So JP, before he took on Edison, he took on this other guy named J.P. Morgan.
Subscribe now and turn on the notifications to join us on this extraordinary journey into the unknown.